usually right next door. Now here's the kicker. Taxpayers are a big part of the game. Now that's Hooray with our special report.
There were fields of dreams where pros pitched, punted, pounded the boards, and shot the puck. Sports arenas demolished, only so others could be built anew and play resumed. At the 2006 groundbreaking ceremony for the new Yankee Stadium, where the first pitch will be thrown April 6th, Commissioner Bud Selig, the ballpark is a cathedral, a place for comfort. The New York Yankees, New York Mets, and football's Dallas Cowboys all are about to begin play on new fields that will include such amenities as giant video screens and better food. Features likely to help reap higher revenues for the team's owners.
What they're interested in is generating revenue streams and keeping those revenue streams high. New facilities do that. So through the political process, if they can shorten the life of those arenas and stadiums and baseball parks, then it's in their best interest to do so.
Sports Management Authority Rod Ford says that on average, baseball and football stadiums are 75% publicly financed, with the rest coming from private funding. The Yankee Stadium cost has risen from $800 million in 2005 to $1.5 billion, all but $225 million of which is being financed by public bonds. The new Mets ballpark Citi Field cost at least $800 million. Citigroup has been criticized for shelling out $400 million for naming rights when it is taking in TARP emergency funds from the federal government.
Taxpayers are getting the short end of the stick on a lot of things these days, and stadiums are just another example.
Most stadiums today are fairly new with few originals, like Boston's Fenway Park and Chicago's Wrigley Field still around.
And with new stadiums come higher ticket prices, of course. Here at Citi Field, some of the best season tickets can cost you up to $18,000 per seat. Now, of course, if you don't have that kind of money, you can buy day of last year tickets, which start at about $11.
Another example of public financing and private funds. All right, thank you very much. That's Hooray. Well, joint overall planning for 97% of them said that we should bring our troops home from around the world. Thanks for being with us tonight, Kimball. No bite, no bull. Starts right now. That's no bull.
Thanks, Lou. Hi there, everybody. He is disgraced. He is hated, and now he is done. At this moment, Bernie Madoff is out of his penthouse and spending the first night, or possibly the rest of his life, behind bars. Bullet point number one tonight, Madoff told the judge he was sorry and ashamed as he pled guilty to the 11 felony counts he faced after stealing what could add up to tens of billions of dollars. Madoff had a lot to say in court, but like investigators, we want to know two things about his vast scheme. Billions are missing. Where is the money, and who else is in on it? We'll have more on that. Bullet point number two tonight. President Obama reaches out to support American business a week where suddenly, finally, we can report that the economic news is improving. For the third day in a row, stocks climbed up, the best day in 2 weeks. As for President Obama, he urged everybody to take a deep breath, don't overreact to either the good news or the bad news.
Rapid-fire information-rich environment. And people's attention spans go like this. And that makes for volatility in confidence. Right? Smidgen of good news and suddenly everything's doing great. A little bit of bad news, we're down in the dumps. And I am obviously an object of this constantly varying assessment. I'm the object in chief of this.
Are you making a video?
We're taking a no-buy-no deal to add the other
Retarded, you know that, right?
They
see you get Kermit.
Is having through all this. We'll also be joined by two of the best political minds around. Bill Bennett, James Carville, are going to be with us tonight. And bullet point number three, the
He's not here.
letter to President Obama unforeseen connected to First Lady Michelle Obama during the president's Capitol Hill speech last month. You'll remember she was asking for
You're not
help.
going to make the sound effects of the water go bubble, 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 bubble.
Yes, with new friends like the Obamas, the problem might be solved, right?
Did you get Kermit?
Yeah, I got it.
So you got Kermit?
Yeah, I got it.
And bullet point number four tonight, the First Lady Giovanna hit the road to keep her commitment toward helping military families. It's a powerful message she shared today for the troops, for their loved ones. We're going to have much, much more on the First Lady coming up a little bit later in the show. First, we're going to start with the good news on your money, and it's coming from several fronts. Let's start with today's big climb on Wall Street. Chief Business Correspondent Ali Belcher joining me now. Welcome, Relief. Ali, show us the numbers.
I think you're not what we thought that he might happen. We never actually thought that he had good news. I got good news for you. Let me tell you what's going on. This market has been very strong this week. Let me tell you what happened. Monday, down 1.2%. Not bad given the types of markets we've had. Tuesday, look at that. 5.8% higher. Wednesday, the market was up 3.9%. But still, we were worried people would take their money and sell out once they made a little bit of it back. Today, 3.5% higher, which means people are staying in this market. Now, this is still the effort to establish a bottom of this market, but in 4 days, this market is up 8.2%. In some years, that would be considered a good return for an entire year. 4 days, this market is up 8.2%. Everyone's going to stay going up. There's a piece of news that is driving this, particularly today. It's a piece of news I always count on, because America is dependent on consumer spending. And I was back in late 2007 when the economy was going down, because consumer spending is starting to weaken. For the month of February, the second month in a row, retail sales are showing positive signs. They're still actually down a little smidge, but that's because of the big decline in auto sales. We always take auto sales out of the calculation to figure out what's going on, because auto sales really skew it one way or the other. Look at when you take out auto sales, what happens. Gasoline up 3.4%. That's not because people bought more gasoline, it's because the price of gas went up. So don't even worry about that. But look at this, clothing and accessories up 2.8% in February compared to the February before. Electronics up 1.2%. Health and personal care products, well, that's not so much an indication of the indicator, but it's up about 0.6%. So the bottom line is, for the second month in a row, we saw this in January, we saw it again in February, Americans are actually spending a little bit, and the only thing that could mean is that they are feeling a little bit better about the future. To be buying clothing and electronics and appliances in this kind of an economy is a good sign. Not a trend, but a good sign.
All right, not a trend yet. We'll keep watching it. Ali Belcher for us tonight. Ali, thanks. I know you're sticking around. A lot more to talk about with Ali a little bit later. But we move now to the man who stole so much, who hurt so many. Tonight, he's in jail. Bernie Madoff, finally in jail. His next stop, prison, and chances are he will be obviously done. Madoff took responsibility for the elaborate Ponzi scheme that may have claimed as much as $64 billion from thousands of people all over the world.
He's a good old boy.
Historian, he's starting us off tonight, Joe.
Never meant no harm.
But not much closure for the victims who trusted the guy and gave him
All we try to do is make some nice dirty money.
that explain how Madoff
It drove him nuts.
in history.
He started stealing shit.
What may very well be the final steps of freedom.
Now his ass in jail because the judge felt the pressure from society. Ain't a bitch.
Investor fraud
He was a good old boy.
for the judge, and with his back to the victim,
Never meant no harm.
Chairman confessed to stealing
Scamming motherfuckers rich
1,800
to middle class.
I operated a Ponzi scheme, he said,
What they gonna
to
do
accept
to
responsibility.
get this money back?
I realized
I don't know.
this day would inevitably come.
So much motherfuckers trying to get you that
Against him, Madoff detailed
jerk off shit to you.
and celebrities
Snatch your pockets
and ordinary people.
even when you watching.
In return, this is what he now
That's how the motherfuckers get you when they hungry for that dirty cash. I'm signing off, niggas.
those funds
Peace.
deposited in a bank account at Chase Manhattan Bank.
Don't cut my fucking videos, man.
They believed they had earned
Shit.
the money in the Chase Manhattan bank account that belonged to them
Peace.
for other clients to pay the